think it's time to get my life together. I've kind of found this pattern for myself every year. I start off the year strong, January to like mid-April, crushing the goals, like sticking to like bullet journaling every week, going to the gym consistently. And then like end of April, May, and June, all of that kind of goes out the window in terms of like structure and how consistently I'm keeping up with things. And that's totally okay because I feel like that's kind of like the ebb and flow of my life. Once the days get longer, I really like to spend time outside, away from screens, hanging out with friends, going out to eat. And so all of my goals, while they're not completely paused, I just kind of accept that those aren't going to be the forefront of my life for like these sunnier months. But now that I feel like I'm ready to kind of get that structure and that routine back again. We're gonna do two things in this like mid-year reset / goals check-in. So the first will be like a space reset, both my desk and like just my living space. I'm gonna clean my desk, I'm gonna declutter my closet, and then we'll do like a goals check-in / reset. I wanna see kind of where I was at the beginning of the year and how I can kind of pick up and finish the year strong. If you wanna join me in my mid-year reset, go ahead and keep watching. All right, so I have just cleaned my desk, decluttered my closet, and I picked some books off my bookshelf that I've already read. And when it comes to books, usually I will kind of split it into two piles. First will be like donations that I'll drop off at the library. Then I'll sort out a few that are good for like business and like tech life. And I'll bring those to work with me on Monday because we have a few bookshelves in the office where people can like drop off and like take and borrow books if they want to. So then go drop off my clothes at donation place. So that feels pretty good. Yeah, let's go ahead and start reflecting on our goals. Sorry if it's a little bit dark in here. It is so hot outside. We are just trying to keep all the blinds closed to not let any heat in. So anyway, like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I've kind of fallen off, you know, gunning for my goals and tracking everything in my bullet journal. And I think that's very normal. That's like ebbs and flows of life. If goals were easy, then they wouldn't be goals, right? You need to have that little challenge of falling off a little bit to really get back in there and get into your goals. Or at least that's what I like to tell myself. So according to my notes here from beginning of the year, I had a few main goals. The first was to get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. The second was to read 20 books. And the third was to be able to do a pull-up. And I know that sounds like one pull-up, but I've literally never been able to do a pull-up in my entire life. Let's talk about the status of each of these goals. The first one, YouTube. I am almost at 1,000 subscribers. I went really hard at the beginning of the year. From January to April, I was like posting a video every week. The growth was pretty great. I kind of stopped around April and mid to end April doing a once a week video. At the time of recording this, I think I have 940 subscribers. So I think honestly, by the end of this month, I should be able to hit 1,000 subscribers. So with that said, I think what I want to do is I want to also like bump that up and also try to reach 4,000 watch hours, because once that happens, then I will officially be monetized, which is like that's pretty cool. When it comes to books, my goal was to read 20 books. I'm at 11 books this year, which is totally fine. One thing that I found is that if I find that there's like a book that I'm not really vibing with, I'll give it like one extra try. And then if I'm really not feeling it, I will just donate it back to like the library or like to a thrift store or bring it to work. I'm at the point in my life where I'm not gonna really push myself to read a book that I'm not interested in, because like no one is telling me to read, so like I can just do whatever I want, right? So that's really helped me like get through books and like continue reading and hit 11 books by July. And lastly, for fitness, I've kind of been doing a lot more walking these days. I've been just trying to get outside, and so I haven't really been lifting as much in order to reach that like 1 pull-up goal. So I think now's a really good time with 6 months left to kind of reassess where I am and kind of put some systems into place to make sure that I'm hitting that goal. All right, so I've written down an audit of like my 3 goals, current status, what's next, and now I need to write down like the how. So for reaching 1,000 YouTube subscribers plus reaching 4,000 watch hours, I'm going to get back to posting 2 videos a month. And I also want to make my videos a little bit longer, because a lot of my videos are less than 10 minutes. And while I think that people like that length, it's also nice to mix it up with a little bit of a longer content, because I think that will help me reach those 4,000 watch hours. So I think the videos, I want to try to have at least 1 video a month be over 10 minutes, because then I'm not like overwhelmed with having a bunch of long videos. It's like, okay, I could handle 1 a month. For my second goal, I want to reach 20 books. I mean, I think I'm on track. But in order to kind of elevate, I want to make sure that I'm reading 1 kind of like helpful book or like personal development or like business or personal finance book a month. Because right now I've been really into like the like really easy to read, like rom-com-y sort of books. My friends got me into those a few months ago, and it's been really fun to just kind of try a new genre that I'm not normally used to. So I do want to kind of like rein it back, not just spend all my time and money and energy on those types of books, but like get into some of the personal finance or growth books that I have on my shelf. And lastly, for the goal of 1 pull-up. Honestly, like I do cardio and I lift, but I don't think the way I lift is one that helps build muscles in order to do pull-ups. So honestly, I think now might be the time for me to invest in like a personal trainer. I mean, that might be kind of weird when they ask me what my goals are, when I'm like, I just want to do 1 single pull-up, but I'm like dead serious. The one goal I have for my fitness is to do 1 pull-up. I'm honestly willing to hire a personal trainer just for that. Let me just say, this has been one of my goals for like the past 5 years, probably 10 years. I've always wanted to do a pull-up. I really feel like this is the year. Alrighty, y'all, that's it for my mid-year reset. I'm off to go drop off my donations of my clothes and my books to the library. My space feels more light and clean, and I feel like less stressed out about my goals, because I know that I have new action items that I can kind of help use to get me back into the swing of things. It also felt really good to like crack open my bullet journal again and just kind of like write down my goals. I think, you know, I'm gonna start doing my weekly planning again. That's gonna feel really nice. I think leaving this on my desk will help really to make sure that I get back onto it. All this to say, I just think that it's really important to be kind to yourself. If you fall off the wagon with your goals once it, you know, at different times a year, I think that's a very normal thing. So if you wanna do a mid-year check-in, let me know how it goes down below, because I could definitely use some more ideas. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.